Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. I'm here at EICMA 2023 and I'm here at the KTM stand. Now KTM haven't been here for a couple of years, even though I had managed to get a video when they were at Motorcycle Live in the UK. So I think that might have been a COVID thing, but anyway, here they are. They have a sort of a medium-sized stand with most of their bikes here. So I'm just going to give you a quick look around, try and show you a few things that are, if not new, then certainly things that I haven't seen before. So yeah, hopefully this is useful. So first up we have the KTM 450 SXF, and then we have another one, an EICMA here. This has got a load of the KTM power parts on it. We also have 300 EXC in all its glory. I mean, they do look really, really nice. You can see why these bikes are so popular and almost like the reference point for such things. Coming onto this side we have another EICMA 350. This time is the 6 days Argentina version, which comes with a load of KTM power parts fitted to it. I'm going to come down the other side now, and here we have the KTM 890, which I think it really is a fabulous bike. They've started doing this sort of orange and blue colour scheme that goes with it, and yeah, that looks really, really nice. A friend of mine had one of these as a courtesy bike, and yeah, absolutely loved it. I think in the middleweight adventure class, it is definitely up there, if not the leading bike. Next up, and it's quite difficult to see, partly because I can't actually get that close to it. Let me see if I can come around the other side. This is the 1290 Adventure S, so this is definitely pretty much the biggest adventure bike you can get. It's got all the luggage and everything on it, which yeah, obscures a lot of the back end of the bike, but nevertheless it is kind of impressive. I think it's certainly the fastest, most powerful bike. Actually, you know what, maybe the Multistrada V4 has now overtaken it, especially in that sort of Panigale engine form. But nevertheless, if you look at just how this is finished, this again has a lot of the KTM power parts on it, but with the electronic suspension, you know, they've got a very well thought out high-level GPS bracket. There's even a little, you know, phone compartment, glasses compartment, wherever that happens to be in there. But yeah, the KTM Super Adventure is always and has always been a truly exceptional motorcycle. So this one, the Adventure R, has got the crash bars on it. It's got the stock exhaust, so that's all fine. Another KTM 890 Adventure. Again, I think this one looks kind of plain. I mean, not that any of them really look that plain. It's a direct comparison to that. Here we have the KTM 790 Adventure. So this is made by CF Moto for KTM, and they are made in China. But actually, you know what? You look at that, and if you had to, you know, get someone to really tell the difference between one that's made in Austria or one that's made in China, I'm sure all the components are the same, it's just really where they're assembled. But the fit and finish on that really is very good. Now I know that CF Moto are making the 790s for the global market for KTM, and I know that there is actually a sort of established partnership now where CF Moto will make, I think, engines for some of the other bikes as well. Here we have the 390 Adventure, again in the orange and blue, you know, just a really tidy bike. I know someone had one in the UK and he said he did have some problems with the dash, ended up swapping it for something else. But nevertheless, they do look the part. They do look very tidy. I think that's it for the adventure bikes we've got on this side. So just coming over here, we've got the Dukes. So these are like the naked. So here, first of all, we have the small Duke 125. You're going to see a pattern here in terms of the naming. Then again, we have the 790. So the same platform from the 790 Adventure, except this time in a naked bike. We do have one of the KTM Moto GP bikes. Move around these people. Not for sale, but you can certainly have a look at it. And then coming over here, which is we have the 690 SMC. So this is the super motard based around the 690 single platform. And over here we also have the 890 SMT, which is another supermoto, but based around the 890 platform. Now I think these two probably have the closest competitors now from Ducati, between the 950 and the new 698 Hyperstrada. So here we have another 890, and this one has been accessorized up with all sorts of power parts from KTM. I guess their other sort of more sort of touring bike is the 1290 GT, which is somewhere between a Duke and a Super Adventure, but definitely in a road-going version. I mean, these are just brilliant. You know, I think if you really don't want to have a big sports tourer and you want a super naked, but you do want a windscreen or something, this 1290 Superduke GT really is one of the finest in this particular class that there is. So here we do have something new. So this is the new 990 Duke, and that is very orange. In fact, it has orange wheels, orange seat, orange tank, and that sort of orange and red is almost like a new colorway for KTM that I haven't really seen before. I know they've been doing the blue for a while, but that bike That looks stunning, and actually it looks quite compact. I mean, the bars are quite high compared to the tank. It really does look like it's missing a windscreen. I'm not sure how easy that is to clean at the front. You probably shouldn't think about bikes in terms of ease of cleaning. But yeah, the fact there is no windscreen. Normally the KTMs that have this sort of configuration with the headlamps do have a screen that, you know, that keeps things off. But wow, so that is I bet that's a proper hooligan. And here we have it again, up on a stand. In this case you can actually see the headlamp on, in case you were wondering exactly how that looked and how it went. It's kind of got that strange sort of five-sided, and four of the sides are illuminated around the outside, and then the headlamp actually in the middle. And again, this one seems to have a lot of extra bits on it. It's got the carbon fibre mudguard, it's got the sort of orange anodized engine protector, it's got the Acropovich exhaust on the back, it's got in fact, so basically you could accessorise this up really as far as humanly possible. It does have this all orange and red all over it. And then I'll just give you a quick look at the dash. Again, TFT, most bikes have that these days. Very clear, very easy to see. It would be a glance down, I suppose. And then if I just look under there, you can see it's got the adjusters on the top of that WP suspension at the front of the bike. Now, this bike, I guess it's either been ragged quite a lot or someone's just been doing burnouts. Because if I show you the state of that rear tyre, yeah, he's not going to get that through the MOT. Probably doesn't want to either. So that is the new 990, and that really is very much a beast of a thing. So just the last few to go really. So this is the Duke 390, based around the 390 single platform. Again, they've gone for this double orange, all orange with a hint of red colour scheme, which I think is new for this year. And the very last bike that I'm going to look at today on this stand is the absolutely fabulous 1290 Superduke R. Again, this one is completely covered with carbon fibre wherever it'll go, and it is just an absolute beast of a machine. It does have a tiny little wind deflector on that, but honestly, with the power and the speed that this thing will do, yeah, I'd love one, I really would. I just don't really have anywhere where I could ride it. So there we go, that is all done. That is my quick look at the stand here at KTM for EICMA 2023. Hope that's been interesting and useful. If it has been, please check out my other content from EICMA, and maybe I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.